Hey guys, it's Yale Roman and this is Tank Talk. Today is December 1st. Today is a very special day. Today is 1 year since I've gotten top surgery. If I thought I was going to get top surgery anytime soon, I would have probably told you probably not until I'm 30. The day that I got the call, it was one of the most emotional days of my life. I was in Tampa, Florida. I was staying with one of my friends. While we were getting ready to go get something to eat, I go and grab my phone. I have 2 missed calls from my top surgery office, and I freak out. I'm like, wow, no way, I missed the call. I missed the call. I always do that, like I just missed the call. I'm like, hey, drop everything, like this is important right now. I'm gonna find out, like I'm going to find out. They wouldn't have called me just for fun. I'm going to find out. So I go outside and I'm literally pacing all over her porch, and I'm waiting, ring, ring, ring. The lady answers, and I'm like, hey, you just left 2 voicemails on my phone. This is Yale Roman. What is this regarding? And the lady was like, well, I finally heard back from the insurance and I have some news. So I was like, okay, so what's going on? She was like, well, I'm just going to read this back to you. She started reading the first sentence of the letter, and once she got to, you have been up. Once she went up, yo. Once she went up, I lost it. Once I heard approved, I bawled out crying, bro. And I never boohoo cry in the moment. It usually builds up. I boohoo cried like crazy. She was like, are you sitting down? Are you on the road? Are you driving? I'm like, I'm in my friend's porch right now, but just give me 1 second. And I was crying so hard. She was like, okay, just take a second. She was very happy for me. Every single person that was involved in my top surgery and the whole process, they were angels. And the fact that my doctor and his wife were a part of my transition made it even more beautiful. That day, it was insane. It was one of the most emotional days of my transition, and it happened so beautifully, and I was around people who supported and loved me. It just made it that much more special for me. Even though I had all this love and support from friends and family, nobody was there for me on the day of my top surgery. I had to guilt trip my father in order to get him to drive me to my surgery, because the doctors don't let you leave by yourself after a surgery that big, because of the narcotics and the anesthesia that they use. I had to guilt trip my own family to like go with me to a surgery that big, that important, just so I didn't go alone. When I got to the office, the procedure was going to be done. They hit me with last minute out-of-pocket costs, and I didn't have it. So I had to have my dad pay it from his account, which made me feel a little bit more guilty because my parents were still getting adjusted to the fact that I was transitioning and this was actually happening. I was losing my breast. So it kind of made me feel bad that my dad had to pay for it. But there was nothing I could do. If I didn't pay that out-of-pocket cost, I would have not been able to get surgery, and that would have killed me. And I think my dad knew that. So he was there for me in that second, and he pulled through, paid the whole cost, and I was able to go in the back and get my surgery. When I woke up from surgery, I know a lot of guys get emotional. They look down, they cry. Apparently a couple hours had went by already. It wasn't as emotional as it's been for other guys, like I've seen in other videos and stuff like that. I didn't have family and friends around me to enjoy that moment with. I had my father, who was in the waiting room when I woke up. He wasn't in the room. I woke up and I was alone with a nurse. My father eventually came in. He was like, how do you feel? Did they tell you when we can get out of here? The day of my surgery, I didn't get to enjoy the satisfaction of it as much as I should have. I literally had no support that day. It was just me by myself getting my tits chopped off with no support, nobody to enjoy that excitement with. I don't know, it was just a dark day, honestly. Like, when I look back on it, it was just a dark day. Like, my dad was actually rushing to leave because he had somewhere to be after I had such a drastic surgery like that. I got over it, I let it go. But, you know, it sucks to think about. Before I go, I just want to show you a little update, live and in color. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for updates about the surgery that I'm going to get in 2019. I hope you guys have a safe and happy holidays. Stay tuned for more December content. Remember, everything is temporary, especially the bad things.